Hi everybody, Marco Carvalho here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's video, we're going to talk about the top 5 business credit building strategies for you. Whether you're a startup or existing business or you're a real estate investor, and if your goal is to build up your business credit reports, this is the video for you because I've compiled my top 5 strategies for building a credit-worthy business, how to add trade lines to your business credit report. In fact, in this video, we're going to share with you 15 trade lines you can add to your business credit report in these 5 different strategies. So let's get started. So first and foremost, I'm going to run through this real quick is what's the importance of building business credit. As you know, when you incorporate your business, you have a separate legal entity. You have an employer identification number issued to your business. You now are in the position to be able to create a credit file for that business. So that's why it's important to incorporate your business when you want to build business credit separate from you as an individual. As you know, your personal credit report is used when you apply for, let's say, a personal loan, or you're trying to get a mortgage for yourself or an auto loan for yourself. They pull your personal credit and they ask for your social security number. On the business side, when they want to assess if you have a business and how creditworthy is your business, how does your business pay its invoices, how does your business pay its bills, does your business have credit? If you don't have a credit file established, how would a lender, bank, or supplier or vendor even know that your company has credit, or how does it pay its credit? So that's why many times they want to check your personal credit. So by building a strong business credit report, you're giving that information available. It's like a report card on your business for other credit providers to be able to assess how your company manages its credit. So that's why you want to have an EIN number. Let's talk about Dun and Bradstreet, Experian Commercial and Equifax business. These are the 3 major business credit reporting agencies in the marketplace. There are many others out there, but these are the 3 main players that many of the majority of vendors, lenders, suppliers, that this is when they pull their data from if they run a business credit check on your company. So Dun and Bradstreet, as you know, that's a major business credit agency. It's been around for a long time. They have over 225 million businesses in their database. What I want you to know in understanding who Dun and Bradstreet is they cater mainly to vendors, suppliers, and retailers, and even some equipment finance companies. So when you're applying for credit with, let's say, a Best Buy commercial card, or you're trying to get a Staples card, or you're trying to get any type of credit from a supplier, they'll mainly check your Dun and Bradstreet report because that's the business credit bureau that's used widely for that type of credit. Why is it important to have a Dun and Bradstreet credit report? Because Dun and Bradstreet compiles that data on references, and they also provide a credit limit recommendation to these vendors or suppliers or lenders or whoever pulls a D&B report. On your business credit report, it actually discloses a credit limit recommendation from Dun and Bradstreet. So you want to have a high credit limit recommendation. To do that, you want to have trade references reporting on your D&B report. You want to have multiple trade references along with payment history, etc. Experian Commercial is another major player. You may be familiar with Experian on the consumer side. Experian also has a business division. So they cater mainly to card issuers for business. They cater to banks that are offering lines of credit. So you want to have an established Experian Commercial report as well. The third one is Equifax Business. Equifax Business is used when you're getting bank loans. They also cater to some card issuers, but it's heavily used by banks. So you want to have a credit file for your business with Equifax Business as well. So the benefits of building business credit, obviously, you know you're going to separate you as an individual from your business. This helps you build a credit profile for your company, protects your personal credit. For many people who say, well, I don't want to use my personal credit, you have to have a business credit report that's strong enough to stand on its own. That doesn't mean you have a couple of trade references and you've only had it for 3 or 4 months. That doesn't mean you have a strong business credit report. You have to have history as well, and diversity. We'll get into that later. This will help you limit your liability when you build business credit, conserve cash flow. How does it conserve cash flow? Because when you're extended credit terms from whether it's a bank or you have a revolving credit card from a bank for the business, you conserve cash flow because you're able to use that for credit, buy things your company needs, and then pay for it at a later date. So you conserve your cash for a period of, it could be 30 days, 60 days, 120 days, however long your credit terms are with that particular credit source. You get better rates and terms and larger credit approvals. As you know, when you have a business credit file and you have your strong personal credit file, that's just more data for these lenders and banks and suppliers and even potential investors for your business to assess the creditworthiness of both you as an individual and as a business. Okay, so when you have both of those bases covered, that allows you to maximize your credit potential. It allows you to get better terms, better rates, etc. Now, you have greater credit capacity when you have built business credit because there's more data for them to see how your company manages the credit, what type of credit has your company received on its own. So remember, don't just rely on having a strong personal credit file. That's why you want to build business credit. It just provides much more data for these credit and lenders, credit providers and lenders to assess how your company's managing its credit and its finances. More funding opportunities are available to you as well. I want to make sure I point this out to you. When you have a certain credit rating with a business credit reporting agency, you have a certain amount of credit. You're classified in a certain category. So banks, lenders, or even card issuers that buy data from these business credit agencies, say they want to buy a list from X demographic of business that has this type of credit rating, this type of let's say you fit into a credit category, they solicit those companies for credit. That's why when you get pre-approved credit offers in the mail and you're like, why am I pre-approved for this credit card or this credit card? You're getting these personal pre-approved credit offers. That's because these banks will buy the marketing list from the personal credit bureaus. And then because you fit into a certain market that they want to solicit to, that's why they send you these pre-approved credit offers. These pre-approved credit offers don't mean you're approved. They're still going to run your credit, and many times you may even get declined. Okay, but on the business side, this will also provide you more offers for credit because on the personal side, same on the business side, banks, lenders, suppliers, vendors will also purchase marketing lists from the business credit reporting agencies. Okay, so there's more funding opportunities available for you. Okay, so what exactly do you need? Run this down real quick. You need to incorporate your business. You have to be in good standing if you're already in business, so make sure you check your state that you're active with the state. You paid your annual report filing fees. You're up to date. Employer identification number, you need that. Contact information, business bank account, have that set up. So let's talk about strategy number one. Once you've covered those bases, now you're ready to start this business credit building strategies I'm going to talk about. This is strategy number one. This is called the Business Boost Plan. This will allow you to get one reporting trade line on all three business credit reporting agencies. So if you have no credit file for your business whatsoever, okay, this will create a credit file with each of the business credit reporting agencies for you, and this will give you a positive trade line. Okay, this is a business credit monitoring service, so you're going to need this anyway. So if you're going to monitor your business credit reports, just like you need to monitor your personal credit reports, why not allow the monitoring service also build your business credit? Doesn't that make sense? So you're going to be paying for the monitoring service is $39.99 a month to monitor all three business credit reports. So this allows you not only to monitor your reports, and they notify you when this trade line shows up, but also you're going to build payment history because every month you're using your monitoring service, you're subscribed to it, they report that $39.99 a month to Experian, Equifax Small Business, and Dun and Bradstreet. So this builds your company credit files. So this is strategy number one. If anything, as a business, you should be monitoring your business credit reports. You want to see who's checking your business credit. Where are you at on business credit? Do you even have a credit file for your business? If you don't have one, this will create one for you. This will give you one trade line only though. Okay, so that's just one reference. You want to build many references, many trade lines on your business report. Okay, but this is a given. Okay, this is a very simple strategy, an effective strategy. If you want to do this, go to TradelineReporting.com. That'll take you to the provider page to sign up. Now make sure that you sign up for the $39.99 a month Business Boost Plan. That's the only plan they have that does report. Okay, there are free plans don't report to the Business Credit Bureau. So if you want to build a trade line, you want to build your business credit, you have to subscribe to their Business Boost plan for $39.99 a month. Okay, TradelineReporting.com. That's strategy number one, and this will build ongoing payment history for you. Strategy number two. You hear me talk about this all the time, but this can help you add 4 to 5 reporting trade lines. So I just showed you how to add 1. This is 4 to 5. So this is already 6 potential trade lines you can get. Now, how does business credit card funding work? Like I told you, what we do is we get you set up with 4 to 5 business credit cards. They only report to the business credit reporting agencies. Sure, you could go apply for a business credit card that you find online. The majority of all the business credit cards, there's over 500 of them in the marketplace right now, they report to your personal credit. So that doesn't accomplish the separation between your personal credit and business credit, okay? Because it shows up on your personal report as far as the credit card, any debt you carry, that impacts your personal credit utilization. When you only get business credit cards that report only to the business credit reporting agencies, that completely shields your personal credit from any debt, any payments or anything showing up on the business side for showing up on your personal. So this creates that separation and builds your business credit. More importantly, getting 4 to 5 reporting trade lines that's revolving credit, that's bank issued credit, is very powerful on your business credit reports. It looks really good, okay? Because it's bank issued credit. Vendor credit's good, supplier credit's good. That's net 30 terms, that's 60, that's short-term financing. But when you're building revolving credit and you have that reporting on your business report, that shows other lenders, other banks that your company is not only approved for revolving credit, but how it manages that type of credit, okay? So this will build 4 to 5 trade lines. So you get the 1 trade line for monitoring. Now you have 4 to 5 more going through business credit card funding. That's gonna help build up your scores. Because remember, for example, with the majority of all the business credit bureaus, you have to have at least 3 trade lines reporting to generate a score. Like with Dun and Bradstreet, you have to have 3 to get a PAYDEX score. So 1 trade line is not going to do it. 3 at least you want to have. This will give you 4 to 5 more. And this is also beneficial for you because it's cash and credit when you need it most. Many times when a business comes to us and they say, well, we really don't need the money for anything right now, but we want to build our business credit. That's the best time to do it, is when you don't need the money. Because what happens if there comes to a point when your business needs cash quickly, or it's strapped for cash, or let's say your personal credit took a hit and you're needing money, that's the worst time to start searching for credit and capital, because guess what? You're in a position of desperation and your credit profile may be lower, your business revenues may be down, or let's say the economy constricts and credit card issuers or banks are more restricted on who they're lending money to or extending credit to. So right now, obviously, the economy is really good. That's why you want to take advantage and get as much credit as you can. This quick breakdown on our business credit card funding. It's 4 to 5 trade lines you'll get. Combined credit limits run from $25,000 to $150,000. We work to get you at least 1 or 2 0% intro APR cards. It's really up to the banks what they want to offer you at that point. But we place you with 4 to 5 banks that will provide you the highest credit approval, the best rates and terms, and they only report to business credit. Minimum monthly payments, 1 to 1.5%. Reports only business credit. And like I said earlier, I don't need to repeat what I just said. But the other thing to remember of this is this helps you in building business credit. This will also give you 4 to 5 new banking relationships with your company, with these banks. That positions you for future credit limit increases with those particular cards. And those particular banks that you get set up with will now also be more open to offer you even more credit, other funding products that they have, etc., because you already have an existing relationship with them with the first card. Okay, so that's strategy number 2. Other benefit, and this is just available to our clients only, is we do have cash liquidation service. So if you also need to pull large sums of cash from your credit cards and you don't want to worry about doing balance transfer strategy, or you're worried about high interest rates on cash advances, then make sure you check out, that's another benefit. When you get you cards, you also can pull up to 100% of the credit limits on your cards through cash liquidation service, which is a separate service that we offer just to our clients. Real quick on strategy number 2, business credit card funding. 680 credit scores, that's the minimum on all three bureaus. If you have 680 or higher on two, and let's say you're at 670 on the third, that's okay. But that's just a minimum requirement. That doesn't mean you're going to get pre-qualified for business credit card funding. We do this for startups or existing companies. The age of your company is going to help. So if you've just formed your LLC 2 days ago, let's say your LLC was set up 2 years ago, the 2-year-old LLC looks better on the credit app for the banks because it's less risk. That's a factor that does play a role in the amount of funding we're going to get for you for the business credit cards. And if you had a bankruptcy, it has to be 2 years old since it was discharged, 2 years old, or excuse me, 10 years old. We do accept credit partners. So if you have bad personal credit, you can have a co-signer for your business. So they would be basically PG and the Lines co-signing for the company. Now, real quick, order your credit reports. To qualify for business credit card funding, just go to creditreportengine.com. It's only $1, or triadcreditreport.com. That's only $1 to get to your credit reports. Download them into PDF format on your computer, and then you're gonna, once you have it saved, you're gonna now upload it to, that's step number 3, to our pre-qualification form. Now remember, there's no cost and no obligation to move forward. This is just a review, so we're not pulling your credit. You're supplying us the credit report for our underwriters to assess your credit to see what type of projection we are going to achieve with our funding programs, whether it's business credit card funding, lines of credit, loans, etc. But for this particular situation, we're going to be looking at business credit card funding. So you're going to go to businessfundingreview.com. It'll take us 24 to 48 hours to do the review and then call you back with the results. So either number 1, you're going to be declined, and we're going to give you a reason why you're declined. Number 2, you're going to be approved for pre-qual, but with conditions. What that means is we have a projection of funding we can get for you, but there are conditions, which means most likely you might have to do some pay downs. We tell you which cards to pay down, or let's say you have an AU account that has high debt. We might have you pay that off. Tell the AU to pay it off, or the primary to pay it off, or we tell you to remove yourself as an AU. Those are just examples, okay? So at the end of the day, when we call you to do the review, we give you the projections. Or no, the third result could be is you are pre-qualified. You don't have to do anything if you want to move forward. Here's the amount we can get for you. And our projections are about 95% accurate. So we pretty much, many times we exceed our projections, but we like to be very conservative in our projections for you, because we always like to under-promise and over-deliver, okay? So that's strategy number 2, business credit card funding. So we showed you 1 trade line. This is 4 to 5. Strategy number 3, you can add up to 8 reporting trade lines here. So we said 1 on the first one. Strategy number 2 gave you 4 to 5 trade lines. Strategy number 3 can give you up to 8 reporting trade lines on your business credit report. This is your utilities. This is so simple because of the fact, number 1, you're monitoring. Number 2, you need business credit cards to make purchases. You're going to need that. Number 3, you have a business. You're running a business. You have utilities. You have a cell phone. You have cable. You have internet. So these are expenses you're already making as a business. We're not telling you go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff you don't need just to build business credit. We're telling you this is our way of thinking, and how we process is we reverse engineer the whole process of building business credit. That's what makes us so different on our approach with our business credit building system, with all the products and services that we recommend, and the products and services we offer. Now, this reports your monthly payment. So if you have a cell phone bill, which I'm sure you do you know every month you pay that cell phone bill? Why not have that report to the business credit bureaus? Well, now you can. Do you have internet service? Is the internet service in your company's name, or is it in your personal name? If it's in your personal name, you should switch it to your business if you're using your internet for your company. That way, that internet service bill you pay every month reports to the business credit bureaus, not your personal credit. Oh, in most cases, they never do report to personal anyway. So why not benefit from the expenses you're already paying and have them report to your business credit reports? More importantly, if you've been doing this for, let's say you've been in business for 3, 4, 5 years, and you've had a cell phone, you have internet, you have your utilities, and none of it shows up on your business credit report. Well, guess what? You can have up to 24 months, up to the past 2 years of history added to your business credit report. So that's an instant 2 years of credit history added to your business credit file. okay? If you've already been paying and you have that history with a cell phone provider for your business, etc. Okay, but this has to be utilities that are in your company's name, not your personal utilities. There's over 2,000 utility companies and service providers that are supported with this provider. So this is just some examples: power, gas, water, cell phone, internet, cable, landline, etc. So if you have an office that you're running and you have all these utilities in the company's name, you should have those linked to this particular service provider, and they'll report that data to the Business Credit Bureau. So for this particular strategy, you're going to go to businesscreditbuilderservices.com. You have to go to that link. That'll take you to the actual sign-up page for our provider, so you can link your utilities and have a report to the Business Credit Bureaus. That's businesscreditbuilderservices.com. Here's just an example of some of the utilities that they support. There's over 2,000 of them, so you shouldn't have a problem making sure that your utility can report. Like Verizon, Comcast, T-Mobile. This is such a powerful business credit building strategy. And this is just the third one. So let's talk about strategy number 4. You never hear this spoken about, and this is, again, another huge strategy for you in business credit building because basically, do you have any vendors or suppliers or services or companies that you do business with that you've been paying, but they do not report to the business credit bureaus? They don't report anything. I'm sure you do. Okay, well, guess what? Why not, instead of paying them with, let's say you're using a personal credit card, or let's say you're paying them in cash or a check, or you're using a business credit card that doesn't report to the business credit bureaus, why not pay them using a purchasing credit line that reports to the business credit bureau? So now the vendors and suppliers that don't report, and businesses that you do business with that don't report to the credit bureaus, the business credit bureaus, now you can have that activity report to your business credit reports. How powerful is that? Okay, so you're going to use a company called Behalf. They pay your vendors, suppliers, and other businesses that you're purchasing from. They pay on behalf of you, your company. That's why it's called Behalf. Great product. More importantly is they report to all 3 business credit reporting agencies. So you can apply with them, get a purchasing credit limit from anywhere from $300 to $50,000. This is not a revolving line of credit. This is a purchasing credit line. What does a purchasing credit line mean? Is they allow you to purchase up to a certain credit limit, but the line has to be paid in net terms. So they extend anywhere from 30 to 180 day terms. Okay, so it's not just net 30, it could be up to 180 day terms. Okay, so that's huge for you, and there's no interest you're going to pay. All right, so this reports to Dun and Bradstreet, Experian Commercial and Equifax Small Business through the Small Business Financial Exchange. It's a third-party provider that collects data from the business credit bureaus, and they share that data, from banks and financial institutions, and then they share that data to the business credit reporting agency. So that's who SBFE is. Okay, so this will build your business credit report, and this is huge too because this particular provider, Behalf, reports as a financial institution to SBFE, to your business credit files, not as a trade reference. So that's another huge indicator for you on your business credit reports. Okay, so how would this work then? So let's say you apply for a Behalf purchasing credit line, and let's say your business is approved for a $5,000 purchasing line. And let's say you need to buy some computer equipment from, let's say you're just starting to build business credit and you can't qualify for, let's say, a Best Buy commercial credit card, and you don't have a business credit card. You can buy that computer at Best Buy, let's just say, using your purchasing credit line here. And guess what? That now you have, let's say, a 60-day net term line here. You have 60 days to pay off that computer you just bought. But now that let's say the computer costs $2,000, that $2,000 purchase that you paid off in 60 days now reports to this business credit reporting agencies. You see how that works? So anything that doesn't report, as far as like vendor, suppliers, and services, that's where you benefit from having this purchasing credit line. So this is just really powerful for you. You're going to go to behalf.com, BEHALF.com. This is the minimum requirements to qualify. You have to be a U.S.-based business, so startups are accepted. You don't have to have revenue requirements or provide any financials or anything like that. You do have to have a business checking account. They do check your business credit report. They do a personal credit check. You have to have at least 600 credit scores, but it's a soft pull. It's not a hard pull on your personal credit. So soft pulls don't hurt your credit score. They don't hurt you at all. So that's kind of a nice little benefit there as well. And you can sign up online absolutely free. Okay, so this is, and what's also cool, just so you know how Behalf pays your the company that you're trying to pay, is you can use a virtual card that they issue you. So that there's a lot of unique ways to pay your invoices using the Behalf. Okay, so this is strategy number 4. This is another Tradeline that I just shared with you on how you can add to your business credit reports. So this is powerful business credit building strategies for you that I'm sharing with you that are so easy to implement. Strategy number 5 is use merchant processing, using a merchant processor that reports to the business credit reporting agency. That's the kicker right there. There are tons of merchant processing companies out there like Authorize.net, and there's PayPal and all these other different providers, but they do not report to the business credit reporting agency. So here you are, a company, you're accepting credit cards for payment from customers, right? And the money is deposited in your account, but you know you pay fees with accepting payments. There's different types of fees you pay when you process credit cards. Whether it's you accept a debit card payment, or you accept a credit card payment, or whether you even accept, let's say, a Discover payment, or etc. So there's fees that you pay. Those are expenses your company's paying for. No matter what merchant provider you use, you're paying these little fees, okay? Those are expenses. Why not have those little fees report to the business credit reporting agency? Because that's a responsibility you have. You're taking payment for customers, and you're paying the merchant processor their fee to accept credit card payments. So the only merchant processing company that we're aware of reports to the business credit reporting agencies, and that's bestmerchantcardservices.com. That'll take you to their sign-up page. So it's free to put in your information there. What happens is you get contacted by the merchant, the actual merchant processor, that will do an analysis for you, a free setup. You build business credit from processing fee reporting. So this is something, again, you're already doing. If you're accepting credit cards as a form of payment from customers, and if you're a startup and you want to accept credit cards, this is the way to get set up. This is what you want to get set up. It builds your business credit. If you're already accepting credit cards, it's very simple to switch over and have it report to the business credit agencies. This allows you to accept credit cards from payment for customers. You build business credit every month through processing fee reporting. You get free expert sign up from this company. And go to bestmerchantcardservices.com. Just put in your information there. They'll contact you and do an analysis. And they have some. It's just, to me, it's a given. I mean, this is just a simple strategy to build business credit for your company. And a lot of the strategies that I'm providing to you in this video is something you can implement right away. Okay, so that's strategy number 5. So what I just did here is I showed you 5 ways to add up to 15 to 16 positive trade lines to your business credit reports. 15 to 16 total. Okay, so it doesn't get more powerful than this, but just so you know, a lot of these trade lines that you're going to be adding, the merchant processing fee, that's small trade lines, right? The business credit monitoring service, that's only $39.99 a month showing up on your business credit report. So that's a small amount, but it's a trade line reporting, and it's active. It's every single month. Where it's going to get interesting, like I told you, the business credit cards, you could get $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000 credit limits, let's say, and those now show up in your business credit reports. That shows now that you have high credit available, which is even more powerful, and that's revolving credit. Okay, so we're going through all these different ways, but the other thing we didn't cover here is adding vendor accounts as well. Because again, Behalf is one trade line too that I just talked about. So if you get a $500,000 line with them, purchasing line, that's just one trade line. So to add more vendors, suppliers, and retailers that do report to the business credit reporting agencies, check our business credit building system. With our business credit building system, we provide you access to our vendors, suppliers, retailers, and other credit providers that do report to the business credit reporting agencies. This will further help you build up your business credit report, create more diversity in your business credit profile. And then also we have our business funding programs, business credit card funding, loans, lines of credit. So that's if you're looking for funding, we actually do the processing for you for funding at businesscreditbuilders.org. That'll give you all the information on all the products and services that we offer for building business credit and getting access to working capital for your company. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up if you appreciate this information, and be sure to click subscribe, because that way you're going to be notified every time we put a video on different types of business credit building tactics, tools, services, and keep you up to date on maximizing your business credit, whether you're a startup, existing company, or even a real estate investor. With that, make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.